Peppa and the colorful balloons. Peppa walks into the garden and sees a bunch of colorful balloons. Peppa opens her eyes wide and runs closer. George runs after her, looking curiously at the balloons. Peppa gently touches the balloons. George points at the blue balloon and smiles. Peppa gives one balloon to George. George hugs the balloon and runs around. Peppa throws a balloon into the air. Peppa and George look up, surprised. Daddy Pig comes out and sees the balloons floating high. Daddy Pig holds the balloon strings tightly. Peppa and George jump up happily. Peppa and George play together with a bunch of colorful balloons. The whole family laughs happily. Peppa and the Little Picnic. Peppa holds a small basket and looks around the grass. Peppa spreads the picnic blanket on the ground. George runs over, carrying a toy food box. Peppa smiles happily. Peppa sits down and puts the food on the blanket. Peppa pretends to eat and nods happily. George copies her and pretends to eat too. They both laugh together. Peppa lies on her back and looks up at the sky. George lies down next to Peppa. They watch the clouds slowly drifting by. Peppa and George smile and relax. Peppa Pig and the Magical Garden. Peppa is playing when she suddenly kicks a softly glowing stone. When she sets it back down, a glowing sprout slowly rises from the ground. The sprout grows quickly into a shimmering magical flower bush. George runs over, and the two happily admire the glowing flowers. Finally, Peppa's whole family sits down to admire the giant flower tree. Peppa and George joyfully hop on the huge blossoms, feeling truly happy.
Peppa and George learn colour. Peppa and George take a walk in the park, where the world looks like a giant box of crayons. Colours are everywhere, bright, soft, warm and cool, just waiting to be noticed. In the middle of the grass, a blue flower sways softly, like a tiny piece of the sky resting on the ground. Blue is the colour of calm rivers and wide skies. It feels cool, peaceful and gentle. Right beside it, a bright yellow flower shines proudly in the sunlight. Yellow is the colour of sunshine and happiness. It feels warm, cheerful and full of energy. Above them, green leaves rustle in the breeze, forming a soft canopy overhead. Green is the colour of life and growing things. It feels fresh, healthy and full of nature. Nearby, a yellow excavator stands still on the grass, bold and bright. Bright yellow is easy to see. It grabs attention and makes sure no one misses it. Under their feet lies brown soil, warm and steady. Brown is the colour of the earth. It feels strong, safe and dependable, the perfect place for colourful flowers to grow. In the park, Peppa and George learn that every colour has its own feeling, and together they make the world beautiful.
Peppa and the shared umbrella. It's a rainy morning, and Peppa brings her favorite pink umbrella. She sees Wendy Wolf getting wet under a tree. Peppa smiles and shares her umbrella with Wendy. They walk together, splashing puddles and singing happily. Madame Gazelle says, "Sharing is wonderful." Peppa and Wendy smile under the pink umbrella. Peppa Pig and the Cloud Pillow. Peppa finds a soft cloud-like pillow and hugs it. George touches it, and the pillow glows gently. They imagine floating through the sky on a fluffy cloud. The cloud carries them past rainbows and soft breezes. Peppa wakes up smiling, with Mummy Pig watching warmly.
Peppa Pig and the fun counting lesson. Peppa, Fox and Pony decide to become little mathematicians today. Peppa starts by counting the tractors by the roadside. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fox chooses to count the tall street lamps standing proudly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pony happily counts the green trees waving their leaves. Peppa also counts the rubbish bins along the road. Finally, they count the most important thing, themselves. 1 Peppa, 1 Fox, 1 Pony, 3 little friends, and endless counting fun.
Peppa and George were sitting in the yard when they looked up at the sky and saw a cloud shaped like a bear. Peppa pointed at the sky and said, "Look, this cloud looks like a bear sleeping." George mimicked the bear, lying down and pretending to sleep on the grass, making Peppa laugh loudly. Mummy Pig walked over and saw them, saying, "You both are so cute, just like real bears." Peppa and George stood up and began imitating bears, walking slowly around the yard, laughing happily. together in the yard, looking at the bear-shaped cloud and enjoying the simple joy of the moment.
Peppa and George take care of the flamingos. Peppa and George are visiting a bright pink flamingo farm. Peppa has an important job, delivering juicy watermelons to the hungry flamingos. It turns out the flamingos here absolutely love watermelon. Whoa! Peppa watches proudly while George is amazed at how quickly the long beaks peck away. After a big meal, there is always another job to do. Peppa becomes the farm's most hard-working cleaner. Peppa and George learn that caring for animals means feeding them and keeping their home nice and clean.
Peppa Pig and the Rainbow Rain. It's raining outside, and Peppa and George watch the raindrops slide down the window, wondering when a rainbow will appear. The rain stops, and sunlight peeks through the clouds. Peppa happily grabs her umbrella and runs outside with George to find the rainbow. A big, colorful rainbow arches across the sky. Peppa skips with joy, while George points up in amazement. In their imagination, Peppa and George slide down the rainbow like a giant, colorful slide, laughing as they glide through fluffy clouds. As the rainbow fades, Peppa and George lie on the grass, smiling softly, knowing that every rain brings a little magic. Peppa Pig and the Soap Bubble Dance. Daddy Pig had just finished assembling a giant bubble machine in the backyard.
Ta-da!
The machine started blowing countless bubbles, and Peppa and George danced while chasing them. Daddy Pig tried dancing after the bubbles, but every step he took made them all pop. Mummy Pig turned on the giant bubble mode, surprising the whole family with huge floating bubbles. Peppa and George danced around the giant bubble, reaching for it as it floated higher. The family sat in front of the porch, relaxing while watching bubbles drift into the sky.
Peppa Pig and the giant ball. Everything seems normal until Peppa and George notice a giant ball rolling straight into their backyard. The ball is enormous, but Peppa is determined because for Peppa, bigger always means more fun. The ball rolls across the grass, leaving funny circles behind, and Peppa laughs with every spin. George joins in, and together they try to control the giant ball, or at least try their best. And then, splash! The ball hits a puddle, sending water everywhere and turning the fun up even more. In the end, Peppa and George learn that sometimes all you need for great fun is a giant ball and lots of laughter.
Peppa helps Mummy Pig clean the house. Peppa and George are happily playing in the living room with toys scattered all over the floor. The room looks so messy. Mummy Pig walks in, looks around the messy room, and decides it's time to clean up. Peppa and George quickly say, "Let us do the cleaning ourselves." The two little ones start picking up toys and putting them into baskets. When they finish, Mummy Pig feels so proud of them. Gentle giggles fill the warm, cozy room. Hearing the laughter, Daddy Pig peeks in curiously. Oh no! He steps on George's toy car. It looks so funny. Peppa, George, and Mummy Pig burst out laughing. While Daddy Pig looks confused about why that toy is there.
When Peppa became a ballet dancer. Today, Peppa decides to become a ballet dancer, and the whole world is her stage. In the living room, Peppa spins gracefully in a circle, almost spinning the rug along with her. Outside on the pathway, even the small sidewalk becomes a grand stage. Peppa rises onto her tiptoes as if performing for thousands of people. In the park, the tall green trees seem to bow gently with every twirl she makes. On the soft grass, keeping balance is trickier than Peppa expected, but a true dancer never gives up. Whether in the living room, on the street, or in the park, Peppa believes that with passion, any place can become a ballet stage.
Peppa's Forest Picnic. Today, Peppa's family goes on a picnic in the forest. George chases a butterfly, making Peppa giggle. Mummy Pig sets up lunch while Daddy Pig finds a shady spot. Peppa shares apples with everyone, and George hugs her happily. The family relaxes together, smiling under the peaceful sky.